Hello! Welcome back. We're playing some Disco Elysium. Let's finish this bad boy. Let's do it. Let's find out what happens at the end of this dang game. Continue. Easy intro. Great intro. No notes from me to me. Let's just look around real quick. Anything else for us to do here? Anything in this room that's cool? Before we go through the spooky door? Hey, Pierogi Frenzy, welcome. Says, love this energy. A firing slit. You can't see inside. Welcome, welcome, Pierogi Frenzy. It must have been a direct hit to take such a huge chunk. So we've been here in my dream. The distant sound of cargo ships. Signal horns on the water. Just want to poke around. Just want to poke around a little bit. Perhaps we should just go through the door. Aha! The winch is broken. Hey, Soul Foundry, welcome. Says Final Disco Stream. We're gonna do it.
Looking at the water. Maybe you should just wander off into the sea. Leave it all and walk in.
Could you imagine?
With a bottle in your hand.
A bottle in my hand?
Always.
Why?
Perhaps there's someone there. Under the water. Waiting for you.
Soul Foundry says, please gods, Final Disco Stream. I'm also just as excited as you are to see the ending. I know that's what you mean.
Smelling of tutti frutti and betrayal.
Tutti frutti and betrayal.
You know it's going to hurt.
Giant Spatula says, Final Disco Stream like final season of Attack on Titan. I assume that it was not that. But it's cold.
Yes, cold and still. But love is warm, like the inside of her mouth.
I'm sure this is not how it's supposed to be read, but I'm going to go ahead and read this as, yes, please.
Oh, fuck, yes.
Soul Foundry says, or the final season of Game of Thrones.
It's been days.
And Giant Spatula says, I think they ended on final season part 4.
No, we're not starting with that.
All right.
Not now.
Let's raise my sight.
In the still mirror of the bay, you see Martinez, reflected. Tall edifices of ruins reach into the water. Like shimmering towers. And the shacks too. Pine trees and motor lorries, upside down. Islets and posts, like stepping stones.
Shaking my damn head. Let me actually, sorry, I'm just being picky. It's not like we have a really good setup all of the rest of the time, but let me just fuss so I'm not as illuminated by the monitor as much. Well, that's interesting. I could be illuminated by it. Scenery mode? We had it on FPS mode, which is very bright. But maybe... racing mode? What the hell is racing mode? What's the difference? Okay, that's fine. We want blue light filter. Oh. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop fussing with this in 30 seconds. Because it doesn't even make a difference to what you see, but it's changing how much I am illuminated by the monitor. Pierogi Frenzy says, racing mode means you can play with a steering wheel. I actually have a steering wheel that might work. It's USB. I mean, I don't want to play this game with a steering wheel, but I've got the PS3/PS4 steering wheel. We could do, Euro Truck Simulator or something with it. That'd be fun. Alright, I guess I'm not going in the water after all. Hello, hey, Unwisebird, welcome. We're just having a look around. Up here. The inside of the fortress. You can make out the console and the blast door, which is now open. The pain in your pelvis makes you wince, then you continue. Oh yeah, I got shot in the pelvis. Very foolish.
There's a rain-soaked mattress.
Oh my god.
Only half covered by the crumbling roof. At the head of it, double embrasures, firing slits like two eyes in the wall.
A perfect place for a sniper to prop up their elbows.
B triple prime. This looks like a good place to shoot from.
Giant Spatula says you should get like addressable RGB bulbs. You can alter your illumination color. Just be green one day. Who can stop you? I know that I said I was going to focus, but we could simulate that. Let's just see what that would look like. We can just, real quick, go look at this. properties. I guess I could change the... Uh-oh. Have I broken everything? No, we're good. We could mess with the color correction, right? I could go like... Wait, do we have color correction on? What do I look like without it? Oh, it's probably a good choice. There you go. I didn't even remember that we had that. Green Peter equals Greeter. Come on in, it's Greeter. Okay, so we're going to put this color correction on. Well, because we used to... Oh, that just makes... I don't know why I have that. But that's there. That's just left over. Let's just go color correction. Okay. Let me just... Hue shift. Nope. There we go. Ah! Wait, I'm going to get really angry. Ooh, I'm so angry now. I'm green and purple, just like the Hulk. Soulfoundry says, I bought the backbone for my Android phone. Don't do it. It makes gaming way too easy. And Giant Spatcher says, Sam the Geek says, 1960s Peter is Piotr. Hello, welcome, Sam the Geek. Giant Spatcher says, OMG, you should have done the black and white old-timey noir for the Dungeon AI stream. OMG, it's Bruce Banner. Damn you and Pot of Greed look good. Yeah, Pot of Greed's looking great. Grendel Piotr. Okay, this is enough of this. Right after I do a little bit more. What if we do, like, green sepia? That's just an upsetting... That's what we want. Grepia. Grepia is what this is. Color multiply. Okay, there's one more thing that I do want to do, that just because I think it'll be funny. And then I swear we'll play this game. Let's just do one of these. Key color. Custom color. Let me pick a color. Okay. Oh, I'm gone. That didn't work. Let's... Perfect. I would just like if I can chroma key out my forehead. And we can green screen stuff onto it. That's not really working. Anyway, okay, we're gonna take that off. That's not what I meant to do. Oh, I guess you can see through me here. On my screen I looked gray where I was chroma keyed out, but this is a better look. I forgot to turn it off. Hold up. Properties, filters, chroma key off. Okay. Bam, 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 bam. Millennial Beige. Sam the Geek says, I think that was an improvement. And Pierogi Frenzy says, yeah, that didn't backfire last time we streamed so close to the conclusion. Just a white square. Giant Spatcher says, chat's job is to keep you from playing the game at all cost. It's like a mist book. And Soul Foundry says, Pot of Greed and I are destined to be together. Start the game already? Okay, here we go. B triple prime. Oh my god, the one place we weren't allowed to investigate. What a fair thing. Inspect the
A
mattress.
single-person mattress, modern, civilian use, branded name, Marjorie.
Ah, who
There's a
are you,
fuel
Marjorie?
stain on the cover, along with cigarette burns, and an empty can of beans on the ground.
Beans is a sniper's favorite
filled to the
feast.
brim with cigarette
Oh my
burns.
god, pick one out of the can.
The silhouette of a tobacco picker adorns the paper filter. The brand, Tio Moteri.
Giant Spatula says, Sam the Geek, I'm going to time you out if you insist on keeping him on track. Let's say, I saw the same brand of cigarettes extinguished at Land's End, my favorite clothing store.
Could be a coincidence. Or the same person has visited...
Pierogi
Land's
Frenzy
End.
says, Bean Dad was the killer. Oh my
I didn't
god.
see any signs of smoking inside, though. If people live there, they keep it tidy. This here may also be a smoking spot.
Giant Spatula says, do not remind me of Bean Dad. I don't think I know Bean Dad.
There's a firing slit in the wall in front of you, like a little window.
Touch the concrete first.
Quite old and grimy from years without cleaning by anything other than the rain.
Look through the hole in the concrete. Sam the Geek says the level on game audios are a little low. Let's turn it up. Thank you. We'll go up to like there. We'll see how that is. That might be too loud. But we'll do a binary search on this one. Pierogi Frenzy says, I send my daughter to school with an unopened can of beans and a handgun to open it. Seems good.
The springs screech as you lean on the mattress and crane your neck to look out. Trepidation. A tingling feeling in your stomach. A small piece of Martinez coastline opens up in the square in front of you, like a tiny landscape painting. 1 kilometer across the water. The ruins look familiar.
On the left?
A towering skyscraper, its top floors shaved off by artillery fire. Capeside apartments.
Grapeside
Rue
Apartments.
de Saint-Gislain.
Grapeside Apartments.
33A and 33B.
On the right, and don't you dare say the whirling in rags.
The red chimney and collapsed back of the 4-story tenement in front of the whirling in rags. Rue de Saint-Gislain.
Oh, no, not yet.
The doomed commercial area.
And between the two!
The box-shaped silhouette of the whirling
Oh
rags.
my
You see
God.
a small fleck of white on the rooftop, the upstairs window of Clausia's room, in the rain, reflecting light.
There it is.
Do you have a line of sight to the window?
Oh yeah!
More than that,
Kim, with a pair of binoculars, I would be able to see inside the room. And with a pair of x-ray glasses, I'd be able to see inside of you.
A pair of binoculars? Or a scope of a rifle?
Yeah.
I'd be prone, lying on a mattress, barrel resting on the embrasure. I think we have it. The origin of the
Froggy
shot.
Frenzy says, OMG,
This
you
is
didn't
the
pick
sniper's
motherfucker. Unsubbing. Oh no.
affirmative.
Better late than never. Nope. Booyah, master cop work.
It's only moderately effective cop work until we have the weapon.
Okay.
It will not be, how do you say it? Booyah? Until we have that.
Could the shooter still be here?
Where?
On this island.
He does not answer, just nods. With his back hunched, he looks around once more and says,
All right, let's go fight this person who obviously has military training with my gun that has no bullets and whatever you have.
he feels uncomfortable suddenly.
We should move now.
Let's do it. Right after this. Some stuff to look at. Okay, let's go. Let's go somewhere less exposed. Kim has the power of friendship. An anime. Unwisebird said, you know what? After like 3 months, I'm sick of Kim. I get that. He'll win you over, I believe. Unless it turns out that Kim is the killer, which would be an insane twist. But I was gonna say I would respect it, but that's not true. I would whine about it constantly. We never get to Booyah. Remember when we handed Kim the gun while he was putting pressure on our wound and he whipped around and shot the guy behind him? That was pretty dope. Sam Geek says, I always feel like somebody's watching me. What is this, some kind of goddamn cave? A rubber dinghy. It's deflated, broken. Small white flowers blossom all around you. Maybe some... What is it called? It starts with an A. Elysium. Oh my god. Okay, we got there. Sorry, I just had to do a little loading screen in my brain.
An old man wearing tracksuit trousers.
There's a
leans on
man!
The frame stock
Save?
of his
Uh-oh.
rifle. He gathers a big ball of spit in his mouth,
Don't you spit at me.
then spits it out into the extinguished fire.
He does have a
before him.
gun.
He
Question,
raises
are there
his black
non-rubber
eyes,
dinghies?
hooded by
I think
creased
like a little
eyelids
wooden
to
boat
meet
maybe could
yours.
be a dinghy, but I don't know.
Unclouded by cataracts, his eyesight is sharp.
Sorry for disturbing you. Goodbye.
Fucking clowns. I should have known they'd send the fucking clowns for me. You hear him mumble to the blackened logs. That was not the right move. You should have pushed on.
I just wanted to save. Yes, a small wooden boat would be a
The
dinghy.
old
Okay,
man
good.
Leans on the frame stock of his rifle, looking up at you.
Are you the fire guy?
The what now? I can't hear you.
Did you recently tell 2 kids to put out their fire? 2 twins.
I may have.
Aha!
All sorts of little rats have come sniffing around, trying to give up the position.
Progy Frenzy says Google auto-completed non-rubber dinner rolls, truly leading the world in AI. I mean, that's my preferred kind of dinner roll, in fairness.
Fire guy. Regressive bourgeoisie henchman. Can't even
Sam the Geek?
talk
Oh, it's right on the same
right
wavelength as me. My favorite kind of dinner roll. You've retained your eyesight.
My eyesight? Yes. Helps me see all the shit.
Cool.
A shudder of disgust passes his right side. His left side remains motionless.
I bet I could just grab that gun from him. I mean, it's a long gun. How fast is he going to be able to flip it around and shoot me and or Kim? And if he shoots Kim, I mean, at least it wasn't me. Did you close the blast door?
I did. And you opened it. How?
I'll ask the questions. How did you know I was coming?
Reactionary rock and roll music. Playing on the water.
Ah,
Told you we shouldn't play sad FM.
you've already been shot. You're immune now. I'm still wearing the ceramic vest, so I got that going for me. Giant Spatula says if it's long, it means you have mechanical advantage if you grab it by the end. True. Very true. And I got my bullet vaccine. Yeah, we'll have all kinds of crazy leverage, like Orlando Bloom. It was not, say nothing.
The fascists were right about rock and roll. It is degenerate.
We don't have to let this guy push us around.
Hip-gyrating, mental illness music.
Nice gun you got there.
It's not nice. It's a piece of shit. But it gets the job done.
And, what make of rifle is that exactly? Giant Spatula says, is that a Pirates of the Caribbean Curse of the Black Pearl reference? It is. It is. It is. Remember when he busts the door off of the place?
It's a three-angle.
With the thing? The chair,
446.
perhaps? A table? Something.
A Samurai rifle. How did you get hold of one?
It was sent to us by our brothers in the Sinyao commune.
Sam the Geek says,
Military.
I wouldn't know which movie was which. For me, it's easy to tell them apart because Pirates of the Caribbean Curse of the Black Pearl is the one that I've seen. And the rest of... So if my brain is like, here's a reference to a Pirates of the Caribbean movie, I can be pretty certain it's that one. How do you keep them straight? Giant Spatula says, I don't. The Shinyao commune...
You heard me. It's good now. Like chalk, white from the bull.
Sir, I need you to put that gun down so we can talk further. We're with the police. We am the police.
The lieutenant pulls his pistol from the holster.
You are a glorified night watchman.
That's
This
such bullcrap
is
that I
a
stopped to
service
save, and they're
rifle.
like, you shouldn't have done that.
For an enemy commander of corresponding rank.
Ah, yes, trying to not be shot again. Once was enough. For real. I am an enemy commander of rank. Put it down.
It's a good line, but your voice slips on, Commander.
Hey, disembodied voices. Thank you for the raid.
Sounds like
I'm hearing voices. Pierogi Frenzy says, Judge Dredd, I are the law. Hello, voices. Hello, all. How y'all doing? We're right close, somewhere near to the end of Disco Elysium, and that's what we're playing right now. Thank you so much for the raid. Ugh, 12 viewers. That's crazy. Hello. Welcome. Disembodied Voices says, long time no see, Piotr. Likewise.
A big-time operator of the pederast army. How
We
about
failed
I
to convince this man to give us the rifle that he's
hand it
holding.
over to
That's
a
what
real
just happened.
killer? A Briskard.
The lieutenant aims his pistol square at the man's forehead.
You know what, Kim? Just take the shot. I don't care about this guy. Just do it. Soul Foundry says 12 raiders. Some pretty ass spoilers ahead. Oh yeah, thank you, Pierogi Frenzy. Welcome, raiders from Disembodied Voices, and Disembodied Voices welcome also. If you have not played this game, these are the spoilers. This is the spoiler time. Soul Foundry says I have a club. Oh, big ass. Oh, not some pretty ass spoilers. Disembodied Voices says spoilers? Crazy.
Put it down now, sir.
Or you're gonna blow my brains out before you question me. To hell with it. It's a walking stick anyway.
Are you saying this is some kind of a prop of age and that we should let you have it as an old man?
It's out of bullets.
Ow.
Like an amputated limb in the sand.
I'm gonna pick up that gun lying in the sand and hope it's not a trick. Disembodied Voices says, I know nothing about Disco Elysium, so it's okay. That's a good strategy.
His gaze follows your motions. The rifle feels surprisingly light in your hand. Frame stocked and patched in places with tape and wire.
What I can tell you is we're at the end of a long murder investigation, and this person that we've never met before seems to be the killer. There you go. How's that for a spoiler?
The rifle's
I'm
in a
inspecting it
shabby
closer.
state, like a crutch that's seen too much travel. Hieroglyphs are embossed into the forearm, made of walnut.
Giant Spatula says the spoilers are Piotr is going for the record of most numbers of cardiac arrests in a single playthrough. Oh, we did keep having heart attacks. Soul Foundry says I just ate a lot of baked beans and coleslaw and I'm not afraid to use it. And Sam the Geek says Piotr also knows nothing about the game and he played through the whole thing. That's not 100% inaccurate.
On the butt, you see Vespertine writing, burned into the wood. Triangon, 4.46mm, made in Sinyao.
This uses jacketed ammunition, 4.46.
The right type and the right calibre.
Did you say calibre? Kim, that's so pretentious. It's as he said, it's a Triangong made in Shinyao. And Giant Spatula says, Piotr never learned how to read. Don't be mean to him. Thank God. I don't know what I'm saying to these people, but I know what they're saying to me, and I'm just trying my best to cobble it together from that.
It doesn't matter if it was made in Shanty Shanty. All it has to do is use jacketed ammunition. And it does.
Unwisebird says, Kim thinks he's better than us with his calibre.
The old man keeps
I'm
following
stowing the
your
gun.
motion with his gaze. His right arm twitches suddenly.
Disembodied Voices says, I love Calibra. And Sam the Geek says it's how the French pronounce calibre if they pronounce it incorrectly. Ah!
This looked very much like the murder weapon. It could be used against him to get a confession. In time.
What have you been using the gun for?
No reply. His leg twitches.
Who are you?
My name is Josef Lilianovich Dross, Political Commissar of the 114th Anti-Aircraft Division of the 4th Army of the Commune of Revachol.
God, do you think they have enough anti-aircraft divisions? Okay, fine.
I am a deserter, a partisan, and a prisoner of war. This is my termless surrender.
Good.
The commune of Rebachol? Do you mean the ICM? Your holdover?
Oh my
from
God,
the-
he's like an archaic version of us cops.
From the Insular Indian Citizens Militia.
See, I kind of paid
The
attention.
Army of the Revolution. I was recruited in Jamrock in '07, trained in the École de Contrôle Orient, and consigned to emergency defense duties in '08.
Pierogi Frenzy says this roasting of PB is more serious than Justin Bieber's on Comedy Central. Listen, that's just being on the internet. You're gonna get roasted.
I left.
I've
my
learned to
unit on
not
the
embrace
eve
it,
of the
but try my best
When I
to
returned
ignore it.
here on May 14th, the commune had fallen, still armed and ideologically trained. I wrote a criticism of myself and resumed partisan duties.
Cool.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
You've been on this island for 43 years. Let's impress him with our mental math.
No,
Oh,
I've been on other islands too.
okay, we get it. You've been on lots of islands.
I was in Resurrection until they turned it into a spa in 18. Then I was on E48, a nameless sound, until the sea washed over it. Then I came back here. That was 22 years ago.
How have you survived all this time?
How does anyone survive? I steal
What do you... I mean, probably like beans and stuff. What do you steal?
supplies, vegetables. I collect rainwater.
Not really stealing.
It's the life of a dog, not a human being.
Okay.
How is your health, Mr. Dross?
I've been throwing up blood since winter. Red, like beetroot. Been passing it in stool, too.
Disembodied Voices says, I must away. Have a good stream. Hey, thanks again for stopping by, Disembodied Voices. It was good to see you.
He does seem frail. Gaunt for his age. More like 75 than 65. Trouble putting on weight could mean cancer.
Maybe he's just eating a lot of beets, though.
The RCM can provide medical services. You need to be looked over.
I need to die. You don't have medical facilities. You have guns. That's all they give you. Toy guns.
We also have Druamine.
Should we offer him some drugs? Actually, it might be easier to take him in if we can. He's gonna say no, but we have Druamine and other opioid-based painkillers. You must be in pain.
I have been running out of that stuff.
Oh.
There's no way he could manage the pain without them. It's safe to say he is addicted to painkillers.
Drug him up. You like that Druamine, don't you?
It's the little joys. A dark joke, a sunshiny day, morphine.
Ha! More like not enough fiend. Am I right? This is a serious situation.
There's nothing to look over. The triage is in, and it's black. Administer morphine. Moribund.
How have you coped mentally?
I haven't. I have holes in my brain. Years missing. Others filled with pain only. A decade of...
Pierogi Frenzy says, my fave tidbit of world building is he has a matronymic, not a patronymic. Lilianovich is son of Lillian, reflecting the promised gender equality of the communists. Oh, they did it!
I don't even know what. Inferno?
You notice the lieutenant is about to say something.
I would imagine it gets tremendously difficult, mentally, to live in isolation.
Traitors. It's better alone.
It's better
I watch the people of this city turn the lights back on more and more each year. Ruined.
Pierogi Frenzy says,
glimmering
well,
in
no,
the
they
dark,
didn't.
Like a fucking
They tried.
merry-go-round. It's disgusting.
How have you concealed yourself all these years?
It was hard in the Thames. I didn't have partisan training. They were searching for stragglers, those bloodhounds. Floodlights on the water at night.
There were posters, campaigns.
We communards still hoped, and they needed to snuff that hope out. The East capitulated. Martinez and Cold City were turned to dust. But Jamrock, Forburg, even Coron, and Boogie Street, of course. Those fucking kips had Marsov coursing through their veins. And others too. Some cordons of Revachol was still fighting. There were cells. I tried to contact them. Soon they all went silent. The frequencies dead.
How did you get between here and the mainland?
At night, I used a dinghy. I only went after dark then. When I got to the city, I stayed underground. Patrols, you lot, the commons too. They'd started snitching.
In the city, you move underground?
From bunker to bunker. Not anymore.
Was
No
it
one
rubber?
cares now.
Dun dun dun!
I don't even have to hide. They think I'm
We have the
another
murder weapon.
antisocial
We have the
flake.
dinghy.
I
You
could
got
walk
you got
straight
no
into
options,
that
deserter.
town
You
if I
better come
wanted.
clean.
I just...
The weapons cache under St. Ghislaine 22B in the basement. Have you been there?
So you finally found it. There must have been a small squadron's worth of arms in there. Belma Graves, right?
Soul Foundry says this game reminds me of Tekonkincrete so much. Anyone else seen that anime movie? I haven't. The guns were damaged beyond use.
I know.
Okay.
So you've been there.
Sleeping. Some nights, ammo scrounging on others. Those McGraves were shit, even before they corroded. Some had bullets in the chamber, however.
Ah.
You feel the dots connecting. Little dots on the map he's walked across.
There's a small bunker under the Feld building. Have you stayed there?
The propaganda bunker. I used to, but not anymore.
Propaganda bunker?
They stored leaflets there. Broadcasting equipment,
Ah.
too. Made broadcasts, I think. Propaganda officers. I buried them with their leaflets. They killed themselves. 2 young boys.
Killed themselves?
A lot of our boys did. I spent some winters there. Never liked it. Kept thinking of them. No
What?
need to go underground anymore. It's better in the ruins, on the ground.
One more question. Do you smoke the Marucci Mucci cigarettes?
I do.
Ever smoked them on the mainland?
They're good. Plenty of talk. I like that boy on the pack, too. Reminds me of the last century.
Uh-huh. I like the tiger on the cereal box, so I connect with that. Tell me about another thing.
The old man looks across the water, at the city, the ruins, the motorways rising
We'll look at this
above
real
it.
quick. Tekon Concrete. Oh, I recognize this poster. You must have mentioned this before. Or maybe somebody else did. I recognize this. And the art style. Ah. You said this is your termless surrender?
You're with the RCM, the coalition-appointed mob that enforces bourgeois morals in Revachol.
We're with the RCM. Let's leave it at that. You know what? Soulfunder says I'm in love with black and white. We enforce the law. We keep these animals from killing each other.
You're the RCM.
Except for
You
that time
represent
when
the
we kind of
Moralist
caused a big shootout.
International.
Not caused,
The enemies
but
of
failed to prevent.
humanity who took this city. I represent their adversary, le Parti Communiste dans ce land. Take me to them as a prisoner of war. I have relinquished my weapon. I can no longer serve. No superiors can relieve me of my duty. You bulldoze them all to a mass grave for trying to free humanity.
Giant Spatula says the shootout was cool. Never apologize for doing what you love. True.
A spray of blood from
Getting
his mouth
everybody
on the
killed
black
and or
charcoal
almost
in the
killed.
fire pit.
You said you just I don't care about that. Sorry. What is this place? This island?
It's not an island, Dwight. It's a defensive fortification of the commune of Revachol.
All right. Well, if you're
And
gonna
I am its last
be pissy like
surviving
that, then we're just gonna
defender.
move on.
Mm-hmm.
So you're a communist soldier from the communist army?
No, I am not a soldier. I am an ideological officer. I belong to the party, not the army.
You said you were trained and assigned to the defense corps.
Trained in historical materialism, then assigned as a political commissar by the party. These things used to mean something.
That means you're a trained communist, right?
He nods slowly, then another tremor.
I'm also a communist.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
You're a liberast.
No, I really am a communist. I have communist thoughts in my head.
All the real communists are dead. They died fighting for communism. Are you dead?
Are you?
You're an inert lump with a gun.
Soul Foundry says, I am a socialist.
Detective,
Boom.
We have not come here to discuss ideology.
True.
We have come to ask questions regarding a murder investigation.
Thank you, Kim. You are my rock.
The old man spits into the fire pit. He does not say anything more. A jitter passes his lower body.
You've been hiding here for 43 years?
43 years and 10 months.
That's insane.
It's not how a human being should live. But I had to. I couldn't just forget. I couldn't just forget what I saw.
He just couldn't.
You couldn't give up?
He nods,
Would you say that you're never gonna give me up?
but he can now.
What have you been doing during all this time?
Soul Foundry says, I have been hiding here for 4 years.
Hiding, fishing, waiting.
Where the afternoon grows late, on Rue de Saint-Ghislain, people walk home. Street lights will soon be lit. Further inland, the streets are alive with workers, men, women.
Soul Foundry
children,
says I need to renew my
street
lease.
hawks and migrant
Ah.
laborers. The temperature is steady. Alto cumulus clouds form above Precinct 41.
Always
It's nice to live.
waiting.
I've moved around a lot since school, but when I've stayed in one place for a long time, I've really liked it. I think it can be cozy to live in one place for a long time like that. 4 years, relatively speaking.
For her to return.
Who?
Her who?
Girl child. Revolution.
Oh my god, I used to play the hell out of that at the arcade. Girl Child Revolution?
Always.
I'm afraid she's gone.
The material base for an uprising has eroded. The working class has betrayed mankind and themselves. The historic opportunity for a revolution has passed. It will not come back anymore, however hard I try, whatever I do.
I have another serious question for you.
There's nothing serious in this world. It's a farce.
I will try my best to assess your body language, sir. Please hold still.
For a 60-year-old man with stomach trouble, who spent his entire life alone on an uninhabited island, he seems surprisingly fit.
Soul Foundry says, I hate it here. It is cheaper than moving, though. Oh no, and my property management and I finally have an understanding. Also, that's it?
He's clearly a drug user of the painkiller sort, prone to erratic hand gestures, and malnourished. But that's it. The moment passes, and you say,
One more time. What have you used this gun for?
What have I used it for? I've used it for killing people.
God, I hope he doesn't have like a little gun somewhere on his person that I was supposed to notice.
here we go. A trail of blood. The lieutenant smells it too.
Killing people?
It's a gun. That's what they're for. You want a moralist euphemism? Defending your family and your property. I haven't done that.
Soul Foundry says, Jorge de la Salva called me today. I took off today. He only got 4 today. How's it? Are you two like neck and neck right now?
I've used it to kill people.
Okay.
Interesting. During or after the war?
There is no after the war. Class war is never over.
So he's continued killing after hostilities ended. Okay.
Soul Foundry says we're deaf neck and neck. Oh, I believe.
Go
You can do it.
straight. No euphemisms. He doesn't like those.
Fine.
Don't mess this up. Remember, he wants to tell you. Get personal.
So you're saying you killed people? No, he's gonna be a little pedant about it. Did you use that gun to shoot and kill a colonel of the security contractor Crenell? Unwisebird says, does each button press have a chance of a heart attack? IRL, I guess, yes.
The who now?
Soul Foundry says, I have a text tomorrow, and so I'm banking on my rest and cat cuddles. Or is it only when you do physical activity? I think it's specific moments with physical activity. If my health counts down to 0, I have a heart attack.
He heard you. He just wants to hear you say it again. This is dramatic flair on his part. Right choice. We're in. Do it, sire.
And Wisebird says, gotcha. The fascist death squad who took a... You know what? His name was Ellis Courtenay. He was part of a security detail here in Martinez.
Oh, yes. That one. Ugly piece of work, that boy.
Did you kill him?
The lieutenant takes a sudden step toward him. Look out, Kim. I think he has a secret knife or a banana or something.
I am a son of a welder and an officer of the
Not a banana.
commune of Revachol.
Small gun.
I do not collaborate with murderers and pederasts of the liberal regime.
A drop of blood in the saliva. Exhaust him with proof. Pile it all on him. Get a confession.
How to defend yourself against a man armed with a piece of fresh fruit. Oh, I love that wiki how.
The scent of blood in the air. But what else? There was something you can't remember.
We've done the ballistics. The shot came from this island.
I saw you poking around there, looking for evidence. You're damn diligent when it comes to dead fascies. Did you like the view?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
You had direct visibility. There are embrasures in the concrete, specifically meant for a top follower to use. And you had a long-range rifle in your possession. You've been here a long time, Mr. Dross. Too long. You clearly need medical aid.
I'm ready to die. I've done my part.
He's practically admitting to it. Dead fascists for fascists. Done his part.
The view is perfect. With a pair of binoculars, I could have seen in the room.
Because it's a sniper's nest, you stupid fuck. Radio Gosh is right. You have worms in your brain.
Another sudden twitch, then one more in his right eye. I don't need your cooperation. I've got this.
Not a lot of guns around that use military-grade ammunition, are there?
It's a real gun. Not like your little musketeer pistols. I've seen you prance around with those. Jumping hoops for the liberals. You look like imbeciles. Why don't you ask them to give you real weapons? Going against automatic rifles with these toy guns. Of course you got those boys killed.
This must not register emotionally.
Damn, he saw you. He's watched it happen.
Soul Foundry says
So
also...
he saw you. Okay. So what?
Stop changing the subject. We have the murder weapon.
You know what? You're right. I'm convinced this made the shot. Should we call it?
You think we have the murder weapon? You know what? I'm calling it. We have the murder weapon. Soul Foundry says Jorge confirmed there is not a prize for this week.
Good.
How lame. Oh, dang.
This feels good, doesn't it? Tearing things up like this. When you have the murder weapon, you have the killer.
Yeah.
Murder.
Come on, what am I forgetting? Hit myself on the side of the head.
Wait, here it comes. The goddamn Maybells. The dried Maybells on Clausia's roof.
Oh my god.
There were Maybells in the grass when you got here. And Maybells on Clausia's balcony.
So...
And nowhere else. Nowhere in all of Martinez have you seen them.
Maybells behind the victim's window. I saw them growing here. It seems pretty circumstantial, but...
Damn Maybells. The whole island is turning white with them.
Soul Foundry says, I guess I'll have to destroy him just to destroy him with no extrinsic reward.
So
good,
many
good.
this year, too. The spring is coming. No, it's already here.
A young woman
filth
called
away.
Clausia. Ring any bells? Flowers like these were behind her window.
Clausia.
Yes.
He knows her, but hadn't heard the name.
You haven't heard the name, have you?
My ears don't reach the city.
Giant Spatula says, Soul Foundry, do it! Crush him! You know her, right? She had intimate relations with the victim, the mercenary. Soul Foundry says, I earned my headphones and my Tupperware, and now his pride.
With the victim.
Excellent.
You know who he was. A coalition-trained murderer. Armored and armed. He wasn't human. The blunt end of a hammer. Dripping with blood.
He was a killer, but he was still under the protection of the law.
Beating us to the ground. Moaning with joy. You hounds get so thorough when a company-trained killer dies. I haven't seen you on this coast for 40 years. You know, maybe I should have killed one sooner.
That's
Got
pretty
your
close to a
attention.
confession.
Now you stop beating druggies and prostitutes in your basement. Now you come to investigate. Not when they die by the hundreds.
This is it. Shot him. Shot him. Say shot him, not killed him.
Real quick, before this dramatic moment, welcome Larry Burndorf. Thank you for redeeming today's featured hero clicks. Let's take a look real quick. Oh, this is one that we mentioned recently. Yeah, we're interrupting this dramatic moment because I have no idea how long this conversation is going to go. Giant Spot says, OMG, Larry Burndorf is keeping the distraction alive. Today's featured hero clicks is Thor. And you might be like, well, it's Thor. I mean, it's cool. He's got a big wavy cape. He's got a cool pose. Whatever, it's Thor. But we have to show you this Thor so that I can show you this other Thor. Larry Burndorf says, I heard backup was needed. This is Boar Thor. He's Thor with the pig head. I think that we've seen him before, but I don't remember if we saw him along with his counterpart. He's Boar Thor. Very fun and interesting thing about other Thor? A Thor! True! And Soul Foundry says, I fully love this hero clicks. Something that we don't see a lot is, so these guys are partly the same model, right? Like their capes and their heads are different, but their rest of their body is literally the same sculpt. There's a few other models like that. There's like a version of the Punisher where they've swapped out one of his arms. So like sometimes he has a gun, sometimes he has a rocket launcher or a knife, but it's the same sculpt otherwise. They've done the same thing here to bring us Borthor. Borthor is associated, you kind of can't see because it's hidden behind his cape, but in the back there, with the police department. So oink oink, because he's a boar. That's the only reason. That's a good kid, Bash. Yeah, I wonder if we like rocked, the top of these guys, if because it's probably just glued on, right? I wonder if you rocked the top of them, if like the head would come off with the cape. And Weisbert says, I can't tell the difference with the heads. Larry Burndorf says, that Thor loves donuts. True. They both love donuts. He's a police Thor too for some reason, although I don't totally understand why. Can you make 3 more? 3 more Thor. Crucially, Borthor is an upgrade on Thor. Thor is 60 points, and Borthor is 80 points. Ooh, but where is Karen? Uh-oh. Who's this? That's not Karen. This is... Oh, that's Sandman. We saw him the other day. Oh, I gotta go get a backup Karen. I don't know what happened to Karen. Oh, we've got one here probably, right? Bam. Okay. Let's compare them to our standard size Karen to see the right size. How does Borthor feel about bacon? Karen ran away! And so far he says, I'm going to wear my cape tomorrow. Thor just decided this? Oh yeah! Jorge will be scared! It is a big, beautiful red flowing cape here. Compared to either Thor, she's a little bit shorter. That Karen is dusty! She is actually kind of dusty. I guess because she's been up on the dust shelf. Maybe I should dust that stuff. They're both a little bit taller and pig-like compared to our standard size Karen. Thor and Borthor are 60 and 80 points respectively, and also they are today's featured hero clixes, so now you know. Your dust collection, true! Oh, it's a beautiful collection. Some of the finest dust up here. Lord. Oh, I accidentally... Oh, no, I didn't click a thing. I dropped the controller. I thought I clicked a thing. So Fernie says, I need all my rainbow jackets. Karen would be a better Lady Thor than Natpo. True. Natpo. I've never heard that before, but I know who you mean. So you shot him.
Oh, the inhumanity. One paramilitary less in Revachol.
You can almost see him squeeze a tear out of his eye. His fists begin to tremble from the anger.
The lieutenant raises his right arm to hush you.
He's got like a shiv or something, I just know it.
Hush. He does not need to be pushed anymore. The ball is rolling.
Just nod.
I had them in my sights. Both of them. Him and the whore. I was breathing with them, in phase. And I pulled the trigger and flew on the air until I landed in his mouth. I didn't think I had a shot like that in me anymore. I did. I saw him kneel there with his mouth full of death, and that stupid look on his face. And his dick still in her.
Uh-huh. Then what?
Nothing. I went to sleep. Next morning there were Maybells everywhere. The world was white, or what's left of it anyway. My last
I kind of don't
here.
get how the
I knew
Maybells
the fascists would
connect
come to
him
avenge
to
their
the
own.
balcony, but it's fine.
And so they did.
Mr. Dross, are you aware you're confessing to murder?
Yes.
Nice. Got him.
And you were looking at them, the victim and a young woman, having sex, through the scope of your rifle that night, before you shot him?
Yeah, get him on account of peeping too, Kim. We're gonna hit him with everything in the book. Giant Spatcha says you've got to hand it to him. You did not, in fact, have to hand it to him. True.
The old man nods.
Unwisebird says, dumb question. Is there any indication this guy exists throughout the whole story? Not to my knowledge. I also feel a little bit cheaped out by that. Maybe if we go back, we'll like see him poking his head out around every corner and stuff. But I kind of doubt it.
Why?
Because that's what they were doing.
The motive. This is where the motive is going to come from.
I don't understand. Do you, detective? I don't understand this part.
Why were you looking at them that night?
I'm always looking.
Okay. Pierogi Frenzy says, no, but wait, there's more.
Are you
10 more
always
characters
looking
you haven't
through
met.
the scope
No.
of a rifle? I'm just trying to understand.
A rifle scope has the best magnification.
Helps him see all the shit.
And if you don't like it,
If it's part of the shit you see.
then you pull the trigger?
Yes. Think of it as a form of critique.
It's murder, most foul.
We've got him going. Connect every little piece now. Wrap this up like a gift.
Oh, let me just make sure I don't gotta work real quick. Boop, 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 boop. That'd be terrible. No, I think I'm okay. I've been invited to edit a spreadsheet. I just need to make sure it's not a spreadsheet of like a list of things that are breaking right now. Wait. Okay, great. We're good. What specifically did you not like about what you saw the night of the murder?
Them fucking. I didn't like that.
So you were jealous?
Jealousy is a reactionary concept. I didn't like the Reaver enjoying himself. Drugged out, soothed in the arms of a young woman. I wanted him to die so he could not enjoy life anymore.
Giant Spatula says, did you know Swarovski got their start manufacturing rifle scopes? I've heard that name before. What do they make now?
And I wanted to see his head explode. That too. She should know better than to hold a child murderer between her thighs. I knew he'd be there for one more second. Writhing.
Fairly graphic.
That's all it takes for the bullet to reach his head. Now that I think of it, I wasn't aiming for his mouth. I wanted his brains to spill out on her. But you can't have everything.
Giant Spatula says they make sparkly things, rhinestones and crystals and the like.
This man has seen past her, like you did.
How long have you been watching her?
Since she came to Martinez. I saw her sneaking in the reeds early in the morning, behind the Fell building. It was dark, still winter. She didn't have her skimpy outfit on then, just a spot in the night, moving,
Past the Fell building on the coast? What was she doing there?
hiding something in the water. She had a fag after she'd done it. I was up in the ruins there. She couldn't see me, but I could see her, smoking. She was nervous, but not scared.
Hiding something in the water. What do you think she hid there?
Her passport and tickets to Villiers. And from there to Cachet Brut.
What kind of hidden container on the coast? You looked into it?
Yes, after she'd gone. It was a submersible. Well made, actually.
Sloppy. We should have gotten her to tell us about this. Did you take the documents?
No, he put them back.
No,
Yeah.
I put them back. Why would I take them? I'm not going to phone. Oh, I mean,
Moving on, did you continue watching her after this?
I did. She had a face like an archipelago with those birthmarks. And a body hard and lean and bruised all over. Black and yellow. I could see she's taken a beating. I could see who she was, too. A spook. On the run. Revachol's the cloaca of capital now. All the bagmen and arms dealers end up here to do drugs and have sex like animals.
You could tell she was a spook? From the documents?
She had different color hair on the photo, and glasses. Forged. Some sordid bourgeois affair.
Oh my
Heard
god.
about this kind of thing on the radio.
He's setting it up for you. The bruises. You can't make that out in a scope.
And you could see her bruises through the scope of a rifle?
You can't see bruises through a scope. It's just a blur.
How did you get close enough to see the bruises, Mr. Dross? Oh, so he, like, climbed up on the balcony, and that's why there's flowers there.
I have my ways.
What ways? Tell me.
Not in this lifetime, Dwat.
Well, I know. You climbed up the thing. There's probably a secret door. It's fine.
This one's gone. Make up somehow. Connect something else. Fast. You lost it. You're a bad detective. Lazy and bad.
Nah, it's cool. I've already got him. I don't need to be perfect. Yeah, we've got the confession. We've got the murder weapon.
No, it's not. Fix this now. Move on extra carefully. Be incredibly minute.
So in conclusion, it wasn't about him. It was about her.
Her.
The lieutenant nods at you in acknowledgement.
Nice. High five for later, Kim. Just put a pin in that, but we're gonna high five later about this.
That's it. Motive. We have it.
Where is she, that Clasier? I haven't seen her there for days.
I'm not at liberty to say.
I know she's gone. Locked up. Or on the run.
Bitch.
She kept staring into the scope.
I don't have to tell you anything.
In the end, this last week, at the fort. Like she knew. Like she knew I was here. It doesn't matter.
Midtown, across the Bay of Revachol, the oceanic wind washes 40-story towers. Above them, Lusanne's Central Aerodrome, a cocoon suspended in the sky by a web of suspension wiring, encircled by hybrid aircraft.
Don't look away. Shake it off.
On the platform, a young woman is withdrawing from amphetamines, barbiturates, and alcohol.
Yikes.
Yet still, she smiles among the crowd, fading from your mind's eye.
I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and say don't mix barbiturates or amphetamines or with anything. But this is a troubling combination.
He knew she knows. She was looking at the island, figuring it out, day by day, cigarette by cigarette.
We could get more. We've got him talking.
Who knows what he's seen and done over the years? Enough. Take him in. Bend his arms behind his back and end this.
Josef Lilienovich Dross, you're under arrest for the murder of Ellis Courtenaire.
What? But you said I would be taken to the...
The wind picks up. The silence on the water is broken all around you. Little shivers of waves appear. The lieutenant continues, like an incantation.
Your wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the officers on the scene will be used against you by the prosecution. You will be given legal counsel within 1 week and must face court in 44 days.
Oh my god.
Do you understand?
He might not make it 44 days. I thought... So it's an ellipsis in quotation marks. But for a hot second there, I thought it was just like a little angry emoji face. Or like a... Not emoji. I guess it's technically a emoticon face. It's just like... You're under arrest. Anyway. Okay. Continue.
Do you understand?
But...
Do you understand, sir?
No, I don't want to. I have to stay here.
He's sweating. Beads are forming on his forehead.
Look out for his little knife or whatever he has.
Pupils are dilated too. Eyes getting blacker and blacker.
My feeling when I'm under arrest. Hey, Noodles, welcome.
Your confirmation is not required, sir. Now on to the boat.
Use my ears to hear.
There it is again. To your north.
Oh, shit.
As it has been since you came to the coast. The reeds whisper. Stalks rubbing against each other. But then, in the middle of it...
Oh my god, he's not the only one here. What?
Something completely different. It sounds like a bow. Very slowly being drawn against the strings of a violin.
Giant Spatula
A
posts
very
an
small
excellent
violin
emoticon.
Made of reeds and rushes.
Progi Frenzy says, fuck, yes! Noodles says, damn generational lexicon gap. You say my feeling MFW as my feeling when? Oh no. My face when? No, I'm just wrong about it.
Maybe there
I'm
is
just
room
dumb.
for 3 on the boat.
Kim, do you hear that?
What?
What are you talking about? Is this...
Really? Us?
Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up.
Your skin crawls.
Shit. Oh my god, it's gonna be either Claudia or some kind of a hitherto unknown wolfman who's here. Oh my god, it's the bug! Holy shit, it's real! Oh my god. It's real? Woo!
A delicate tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the reeds, limb by limb, to then just stand there, moving its scythe-like arms in ghostly silence.
Oh my god. What a payoff. Noodle says, like how the new generation makes heart hands with just their index and thumbs? Oh, they just do this? Wait. Instead of this? Yeah, this is for me. Well, we use the whole fingers. Oh, unwise bird, another good. What are they called? A cow emoji. What is that? Point to it.
What are you talking about?
The giant stick insect!
There's nothing there.
The stick insect is over 3
Oh
meters
my
tall.
god.
It looks straight at you with its tiny pinprick eyes and its grotesquely small head.
Kim, extrajudicially murder this man. I need to look at this big bug.
Feel your legs shaking under you and your gun hand move to your holster to grab the gun.
There it is, I see it.
Tell me what you see, damn it. I can't make out one small thing in the reeds.
Kim, can you see it?
I can see it.
Oh, Kim can see it!
4 simple words, thank God. If he can see, then you're not insane.
Stick insect, eat this man. Oh, it's coming over here.
But that means it's really there, spinning slowly, in absolute silence. Its limbs long and slender.
A big bug? It's a big bug!
Be very, very careful.
Lieutenant takes a step toward the giant arthropod. You're gonna spook it. No, 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 no. Autosave.
It's clear you like the hard stuff, Brota.
Brotar, may I have some loops? Sounds like my stomach is growling.
Evening falls. The time has come to take the vow.
I like how we turned our back on this guy. Vows?
The vows are blood and flesh.
What is my lower intestines going on about? Nico says insects are like extremely unfeeling unless they're spiders, which are the smartest class, like corvids are to birds.
Lower intestine. The term is metabolic and circulatory system.
Interesting. What's the hard stuff?
Fascism, Brota.
No. I made up my mind about fascism. Proceed to the judgment.
You're going to keep your views, right? Keep your views, Brota.
Absolutely not. I'm not going to be played by an upset stomach.
There's a slow, painful growl somewhere in your intestines.
Stop.
Not in your alcohol-engorged liver. It is one of betrayal and disappointment.
Sorry, liver. Kim. Do you think I should not shine my flashlight right at it?
The creature stands on long stilt-like legs, antennae hanging from its head like a woman's hair, white and curled at the tips. It is no more than 5 steps away from you.
Giant Spatula says, are you going to die of liver failure right after seeing a giant stick insect? Just like the gypsy woman said.
Reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint hiss, like a reel-to-reel machine spinning after the tape breaks.
Unwisebird says, I bet the crowbar and flashlight are what summoned it. It says, I see you're a man of taste.
The hiss is different from the strings you heard before. It says something else in a lower pitch.
Approach carefully. Noodle says, I think the big insect is quite majestic. Agreed. Oh my god. Kim, we're gonna ride it.
With your breath,
It wants to challenge you to a game of
2 small
Yu-Gi-Oh!
steps
My
toward the
insect
plasma.
queen.
The creature lets out a series of ultrasonic
You
jets
remember it, that from
swarm
Yu-Gi-Oh,
around your
right?
head like swallows. Hissing and clicking, it extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you. You're right below it now.
Progy Frenzy
Looking
says,
up at the
Lamau.
colossal
Giant Spatula
chitin
says, I
of
do,
its
thank
right
you. Good,
limbs.
good.
The head of the creature is crowned by reeds.
It's time.
And its eyes are like small droplets of water.
Could you imagine if they just introduced like a Gwent-like card game at this point in the game to play with the big bug? Okay, Kim, take the picture.
Okay.
Oh, hell yes. Unwisebird says Kaiba had a stutter.
There is no change in the insect's motion while it's being aimed by the camera. It remains fixated on you.
Noodle says, I know a bug VTuber that's into Yu-Gi-Oh!
In 3. If it moves, you jump back. I'll shoot. Here we go.
Oh my god, I'm gonna get my head
3,
bitten off by a giant
2,
majestic stick insect.
1.
The shrill flash of the camera,
Oh!
like the blade of a sword. The phasmid freezes in its bright light. Head turned toward the lieutenant, hypnotized by the flash. It stands frozen before you.
I may be bad at doing mysteries, but goddamn am I good at finding proof of a cryptid existence.
I got it.
We got it. Back off.
A shudder pulses through the creature's limbs. It jolts back to life, like a record continuing where it left off, in a swaying, praying motion. Even the small black pearls of its eyes do not stray from you.
Let's, yikes, disengage slowly. I don't want to push my luck.
The arthropod follows you with its antennae. As you back off, the cracks and hisses of the tape that's come to its end grow more distant.
Oh my god, what a special moment. Alright, see you later, bug.
What is it? What do you want from me?
Noodle says it's not
Oh,
even a
come on,
bug
come.
thing. I'm pretty sure if you flash a caveman, they'd be mesmerized too. Probably. It's right there. Can you see it?
No.
Only special people can see it, so that probably explains something about you.
Nothing. Nothing is what he tried to say.
You're not going to try to talk to the bug?
There is nothing. Only the reeds for him.
I'll leave
The
you be for
reeds.
now. I guess I do need to talk to the bug. Hi, I'm back.
Hissing and clicking, the arthropod
We're talking to the bug.
extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you again.
Hello?
You're right below it, looking up at the colossal chitin of its white limbs. Its small eyes look at nothing in particular.
Hello, I'm Harry. I don't really know who I am.
No reply. A total ancient silence comes from its mouth, along with what appears to be some kind of foam. The stridulations of its limbs continue all around you.
Stand on your tiptoes and look more closely.
You were right. Little bubbles form on the mouth parts of the creature, on its segmented lower lip. It looks to be foaming.
Don't you have like a dead
slowly.
rat in your jacket to
The
feed it?
foam
We
is
must have
white,
something.
Then
Some gum, maybe?
yellowish. The faintest smell, like you've never felt before, like burnt roses.
Kim, it's foaming.
Careful. It may be poisonous.
The foam slowly turns a darker shade, like burnt caramel, as the insect moves its mouth parts, masticating. The little bubbles begin
This
to
is
burst,
such a weird thing to happen
one
right now
by one,
at this game.
letting out that same smell, like summer burning.
Tell me, what are you doing?
I exist.
Oh my god, it's doing a mating ritual. Harry, hide your butthole. Whoa. I exist too.
Tell me what it's like for you.
I'm ill.
What is your illness?
In my heart. For me, it's sadness. Input after input.
For me, it is not like that. I have states, not the emotions. For example, I experience excitement at unexpected sugar rewards.
Cute.
But that is not important. Now I will tell you how it is for me. For me, it is a series of half-lit images.
Unwisebird says, OMG, do you have candy? I hope
being
so.
intruded upon,
I want to give it candy.
transient, dim, moist.
Intruded upon by what?
Shapes of plants and animals. and internal sensations. A swarm of sounds, tiny vibrations on the inside of my forearms, all speak of complexities totally beyond my understanding. I am at the end of a narrow funnel, weightless, so light, it only feels like something to be me. In truth, perhaps I'm nothing. I certainly do not have a soul, and if I did, it would never ache.
You're the type of animal I would like to be.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. Why do you ask? Noodle says, I want to ride on it. As you bring the murderer to the station, you shall be known as Harry Mr. Disco Dubois, rider of the Giant Spider. Giant Spatula says, I misread that option and thought it was, you're the type of animal I would like to ride.
Sometimes, when
Honestly.
walking, I will grow a lost limb. One time something went wrong, and a small leg replaced a missing antenna.
Weird. That's cool.
No,
Oh.
the leg tried to move around independently, making it hard to walk.
You don't have a foot there now.
Yes, thankfully someone ate it.
Oh.
The next time I molded, I grew an antenna again.
What exactly are you?
I am an unknown species of the order Phantasmodia, endemic to the Insulindian Insula. For the last 350 years, I have hidden in plain sight, masquerading as the reeds, molding, cloning myself,
Cloning?
unfolding at night to play with trash bins and boys.
It may have unknown, dangerous biochemical characteristics that help it maintain its camouflage.
No one unnoticed by the first settlers and the land surveyors of the suzerain. Also, by the soldiers of the revolution and officials of the occupation. Even the Seminese islanders who came here first, but did not stay, have not seen me.
What's different now?
I have stayed hidden through 4 forms of government and 2 scientific revolutions, until I was accidentally discovered by a detective of the citizen militia in Rebelshaw, district of Martinez, March 51.
I'm a detective.
So am I. I was born to detect sucrose rewards and semiochemicals. What were you born to detect?
The killer.
He's in a bad state, deteriorating fast now. He thinks I am beneficial to him, but I am not.
Oh.
I only quicken his deterioration,
You're destroying him?
very slowly, and only because he won't go away. It is meant to keep them from noticing me, to interfere with the pictures in their heads. But he has looked at me for too long, and I am destroying him.
Are you poisonous?
Yes, I do not have a starter display, so I use a neurodegenerative element to aid in camouflage. Do not worry. It is only destructive over long periods of time.
I am a little worried.
The deserter. He's been here for a long time.
Where does this come from? All this around us, the world.
Not even the birds know that. Not even the water lily.
We need to know. Perhaps it's sent to us by a god?
I think we should eat it. If it's a leaf, you can put it in your mouth. Or read. Yum yum.
Are you the miracle?
No. You are the miracle.
How?
The moral of our encounter is, I am a relatively medium life form, while you are extreme, all-engulfing madness. A volatile simian nervous system, ominously new to the planet. The Pale too came with you.
Oh yeah.
No one remembers it before you. The Nidarians do not. The radially symmetrics do not. There is an almost unanimous agreement between the birds and the plants that you are going to destroy us all.
You are a miracle. You are a miracle. Plus 5 XP. I'm just a bug looking for sugar. You're actually insane. Wait, the pail is human-made.
It is a nervous shadow cast into the world by you, eating away at reality. A great, unnatural territory. its advent coincides with the arrival of the human mind.
I don't have that kind of power.
You're a violent and irrepressible miracle. The vacuum of cosmos and the stars burning in it are afraid of you. Give me enough time, you will wipe us all out and replace us with nothing. Just by accident.
How?
We suspect it will be something like the oxygen holocaust that wiped out anaerobic life 2.6 billion years ago, when organisms first started breathing. Only much worse.
Oh.
Instead of air, you exhale.
For some
thoughts.
reason that
There
has
are no trees
healed
that
my
eat
morale.
thoughts.
Okay. Worse how?
Everything your eyes touch goes back there, behind the nose mirror. What if you blink? Are we still here? Please don't blink. What if you misplace us all one day, or just forget?
I've already forgotten the whole world once when I drank too much.
So it is already happening. Soon, one of you will close your eyes and open them to see that none of this ever existed.
I think this is probably a good time to check in with Kim. Kim, am I having a violent epileptic seizure? The indomitable and actually insane human spirit.
It doesn't look like that, no.
What does it look like?
You're just staring at it.
Then I think I'm having a vision about the final fate of mankind.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it somehow related to the case?
Nah, not really. Sort of. No, not really. I told you what it's about, our fate.
I think you should back away from the unstudied species now.
I have to say goodbye now. I have no more thoughts. That was all.
No, there is one more.
Of all the creatures I've met, you are the most beautiful, you big weird stick bug.
Thank you. I also have one more thing to say to you. That woman, turn from the ruin. Turn and go forward. Do it for the working class.
Am I? You know what? I will.
She was middle class. It doesn't take a 3-meter stick insect to tell you that.
Raise your hand slowly. Am I gonna pet the bug?
The insect stops its stridulation, seeming to observe you. Below its crown of reeds, little pinprick
Stick,
eyes
but supports the
detect
prolet.
motion,
The stick bug
glittering.
supports the
The
proletariat.
world stands
True.
still around you. Suddenly, there is silence. No, stop. Be afraid.
Raise the other hand too.
As you do, the invertebrate comes to life, its limbs moving independent of each other, as if each has a mind of its own. They are white, like stalks of porcelain,
Uh-oh.
knitting above you, praying to you.
That's right. Pray.
Unwittingly, the insect continues its stridulations, as it moves,
That's
tuft-like
right.
structures still pretending to be plants rustle along on its joints. Perhaps it is preparing to eat its god.
Disengage slowly.
As you're turning away, the phasmid mirrors your movements, stepping on the water, the long limbs carrying its feather weight without breaking its surface.
Oh, do you need locusts to eat? Shoot, I had some before, but I put them in a box. If you go check out the box, I bet they're still there. Well, that was really weird, but fascinating.
And just like that, it's gone, skating away across the sea's calm mirror like a skipping stone, leaving nothing but circles on the water. And something under it, in the place it stood, bobbing there, among the reeds, a collection of items.
It's gone.
What's that? In the reeds?
Looks like a nest of some sort. We should have a look.
It dropped loot. It can walk on water?
Apparently, yes. Like a water strider. Only, I've never seen anything like that in my life.
What now?
What now?
Oh yeah, you're going to jail, bub.
Our suspect is not looking so good. We need to check on him.
1 second. I just need to loot this crate. Holy shit, we got the scope. We got a helmet. Let me just pop that hat on real quick. Wait. Interesting. I think this might be a good time to be wearing a hat. The ceramic helmet was in the phasmid's nest. Putting it on feels scary somehow. I changed my mind. Give me the logic hat. You know what this moment needs? A hat. A new hat to wear. I guess if we were collecting all of the armor,
What is it? What do you want from me?
that would be a
I
good thing
can't
for
go.
us. Sir, how could you not see the phasmid?
Mr. Dross?
The man does not respond. He keeps staring, black eyes glazed over and bulging from their sockets. His gap-toothed mouth shaking, like an addict of some terrible substance.
Snap your fingers under his nose. He's gonna bite my fingers.
A light shiver passes him, followed by
Oh.
nothing. His hands are trembling, and he breathes slowly.
He's going into some kind of psychomotor immobility. The good news is, this solves our transportation problem, doesn't it, Mr. Dross?
I guess.
The trembling mouth appears to sigh.
Between this and the broken tire he's used for a boat, I think it's safe to leave him here, while we go and get help. It will need to be medical first, I'm afraid.
We found some things in the phasmid's nest, Mr. Dross.
He stares into the reeds. Your words don't stir anything in him. Perhaps you should.
Show him the scope.
I lost.
You lost it, Mr. Dross?
He turns his eyes to the reeds again, as he's done so many times. Beige and white stripes.
I'm not gonna show him the hat because it's just gonna piss him off.
He lost the scope. Then it somehow made its way over there. With the help of a magpie phasmid. This sight is a T9, Mr. Dross. Was it attached to the rifle when you made the shot?
Silence. Not even a sigh.
I'm gonna let you rest now, Mr. You know what? F it. Look at this hat.
Nothing. Just dull staring. Not even rage left, wherever he is. The last embers have gone out. The war is over.
If Kuno kicked it into the sea, as he said he did, the ebb would put it back here. This makes sense. Mr. Dross could have picked it up.
Maybe.
Or the phasmid even. If it did, this is incredible.
I'm gonna let you rest now, Mr. Dross.
The plastic cape flaps around his face in a gust of wind. His back is slouched and his mouth open. The blacks of his eyes are receding. His pupils are returning to normal.
What has happened to this man?
Old age and shock.
Old age and shock. Yes.
The appearance of the phasmid in conjunction with the stress of the arrest. He spent his entire life here. For him to leave would be...
Hang tight.
We should think about getting back to the mainland. To get help. He'll be safe here. If we don't take too long.
I mean, I guess. But if we lose him, Kim, you don't want to, like, stay behind? Maybe I'll stay behind? Maybe you should stay behind. Between the two of us, honestly. That might be wise. Let's just because a lot has happened, let's just do a quick save. And we'll book it back to the mainland. Oh, wait, one quick thought. Please. Twin cannons were attached here. Okay. Noted. I did not call that the bug would turn out to be real. I did not see that one coming.
The chain trails off into the ocean, connecting the island to the supply depot on the coast.
This leads to the depot in Land's End.
Ah, yes. So it seems.
What do you think it was used for?
For bringing munitions to the island, maybe? And supplies? You could also lock the bay when you raise the chain.
As a defensive measure, lock it off that side of the bay.
Lock it from whom?
From enemies. Enemies of the commune of Revachol. This sea fort was a revolutionary fortification, I believe.
Cool.
The skiff is swaying on the waves by the dock.
Let's return to the mainland.
Let's. We are done here.
The skiff rocks gently under your weight as you get in. The ride back is uneventful and quiet, but for the sound of conversation on the water, there is someone inland waiting for you. 2 men and a woman stand on the concrete square of a nameless village, looking at a small yellow boat as it draws closer. The sea is calm. You reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
Who's here to see us?
Look what the tide brought in.
Are you my boss?
I want to call you a teapot, but I'm honestly kind of impressed. No idea where you got all that gear, but there's no doubt in my mind that some bad people are looking for it. Also, you look like a fucking idiot.
No, I look good. Shut up.
Whatever this is, it is completely unimportant compared to what you've just seen. This is the man with sunglasses from the Whirling in Rags.
Oh
But where
my
are the
god.
sunglasses?
You're the man with sunglasses.
That's right. And you're some kind of murder machine.
Who are you people?
Hello, I'm Trent Heilerstein. I believe we've met on several occasions.
Yeah.
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean Vicomar, and this is your special task force. Or what's left of it.
Okay.
Special Consultant Trent Heidelstam, Patrol Officer Judith Minot.
Hi.
Hello.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi, Prison 57. We've just come from the island, where our investigation led us.
Yeah, our successful investigation.
The scene is making even him feel as though he has to justify your actions.
We might need your help with something later.
As if he recalled that he's in fact a decorated police lieutenant and not a naughty boy.
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
The armor? No one else seems bothered by it.
Oh, really? They don't seem bothered by it? That's because you're a cop in an exoskeleton.
Yeah, I'm a cop in a goddamn exoskeleton.
Actually, are you? Are you still a cop? There's so much disco going on.
There's
it's
so
hard
much
to tell.
disco going on.
Vic, calm down.
What is all this about?
Ari, we want to help you. Trent, I believe this is where you come in?
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. I'm at best an enthusiast in cognitive science.
Stop.
My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact, I should probably get going.
Kim, shoot this man.
No, Trent, it's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
What does he have to say for himself? He left you to catch the bullets.
True.
Shit, kid. What an interesting moniker.
Where have you been all this time? There was a mercenary tribunal.
God damn it, Harry. You told us to fuck off. You said we're cramping your style. Your detective god. Fuck everything. All we burn. Detect or die.
That does sound like something I would say. Unwisebert says, imagine if Kim listened to you when you told him to shoot people. Oh, it'd be a better game. So you let me face a squad of trained killers alone just to teach me a lesson?
It wasn't like that.
Fuck you, Harry. We didn't know there was gonna be a tribunal, did we?
Why didn't you detect or die then?
Oh, you think it was cool you saying that?
Yeah.
Aesthetic somehow?
Yes.
You were crying
I'm the
when we
art
got
cop.
here. Breaking things. You said we were going into the abyss.
Giant Spatula says, you didn't detect any sugar though. The stick bug got you there.
None
True.
of us wanted to see the abyss. So we fucked off. Like you told us to.
How'd you know I was here?
The cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went.
I gave him a new bird. I saved his establishment and he still betrays me?
Strange. He didn't mention that. In fact, the establishment didn't look saved at all. There was a giant aerograffito in front of the building.
Ah.
It was on fire.
Yeah, I lit it on fire. It was a poetic gesture.
I knew it. Didn't I tell you, Trant? I told you it was our shit, kid.
The line is from Lou Giatun's Mirova 82, isn't it? About girl-child communism, the titular returning character to ghost the apparition of... Good choice, Harry.
Thank you, Trant.
Don't encourage him, Trump.
Kim, don't shoot that man after all.
Okay.
You aren't the man with sunglasses at all. You're not even blonde. No. So, Trent Heidelstam turns out to be special consultant Trent Heidelstam. Ringwood says hello. Soulfoundry says, are we never playing this game again after today? Probably. I think we're at the end here.
Yes. I'm...
Rangoet, we saw the big bug.
I never said I
We got a
wasn't
picture with it
Heidelstam.
even. I see I missed Mr. Boohoo. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. So what are you special consulting here?
What indeed? I was asked to share my
Big
take
Bug
on some of
good.
the more
Did you talk to it?
obscure
We did. We
theories
did. We had a
developing
prolonged
Königstein
conversation with the Big Bug.
Like partial psychotraumatic amnesia, group personality theory.
He's here to see if you're insane. He's smart. Let's move on.
Big Bug maybe only second to karaoke? Agreed. You mentioned a task force?
Yeah, Major Crimes Unit, under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Ring
Ref-
any bells?
Refresh my memory. Who else is in this?
Refresh your memory? It's a goddamn Major Crimes Unit. There's you, me, Jude, Tron fucking Heidelstam, and Guillaume Baby.
I'm technically just a civilian.
Ah, Jean. Now who's the idiot?
Oh, fuck you. You're part of this shit show.
Who, first who's Guillaume Bevy?
Oh, that's an interesting story, actually. Guillaume Bevy is a police reporter who joined our team. He was really good. Then he left because he lost faith in your ability to lead the unit.
Okay.
Other people have left too. Good, smart people. People we won't get back. Only me and this really patient patrol officer are still here. And Tron because I'm forcing him to stay.
Good.
Is this Guillaume Bevy blonde and partial to sunglasses?
Is this Guillaume Bevy blonde with sunglasses? Like you were?
See? There. He's getting it. I was impersonating him. Look at me, I'm G. Bevy. It was going to be funny, but then you really did have brain damage. So not so much anymore.
So what does this unit do?
Do? It's a major crimes unit.
We do major
We clear the desk
crimes?
of cases, so Precinct 41 doesn't look like the worst station in town. We are shit tier now, Harry. Because of you.
Nah.
The 41st isn't...
None of this is ringing any bells.
The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage. Trant, this is where you come in. How bad is it?
Rangoet says we do major crimes as we just investigated a major
Well,
crime.
He doesn't have visible tremors. He talks without slurring. He can drive a boat.
Thank you.
Standing, reasoning. All good signs, but complete retrograde amnesia. Episodic and semantic.
Meaning, you forgot both who you are and the definitions of money, e-solar, hell, and so on.
Fine.
As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was. It's all very interesting.
Unwisebird says, damn, I can't drive a boat. Amnesia. Rangoet says, this is the part where I drank vodka mid-conversation as they commented on how I smelled like I drank, and I said, nuh-uh.
Interesting.
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically? Psychologically?
Hey,
and...
there's like a dying guy who's also a murderer on
Socioeconomic.
an island. Maybe we could talk about this later. I drank so much I lost my memory, and now I'm slowly recovering it.
He is. He's getting better. And I can confirm that he drank a lot of alcohol prior to it happening.
Thank you, Kim.
I believe he drank. People do that, especially this one. What they don't do is forget their whole life because of drinking.
Kim, fire. Wing him. Just wing him. Don't shoot to kill, but definitely wing him.
But Detective Vigmer, he has blanked out before.
I have?
Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders. One was after the two drunks case. The other when we looked into that mural.
Why is this happening now?
The two cases
In this story.
your ledger.
Okay.
The unsolvable case and the next world mural. Those were recent. Those cases were hard on you.
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes in.
We are a professional.
That's
Oh, yeah.
where he would have gotten the idea, yes. Practice. And then he used alcohol to get there, so to speak.
What do you mean?
He's saying I'm a genius, Trent, and you're off the team.
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in?
A bottle
What
is
if this
basically a part of the
not
cob
a
equipment. Or
significant anomaly
10.
at all? Something to be explained, approached as a defect. Look at the sensory input here.
Okay.
Look at the ruins, the neon. Listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years. As a police detective, he's like a magnetic reader on the world tape, to borrow a
Rangoet says, I think Trent is on something.
flat against
I thought you were saying on to something.
Totally.
Trent is like when somebody agrees with you but is stupid or making bad points, and you're just like, hey, Trent, thanks, but also shut the fuck up. We don't need to hear any more from you, bub.
Hardwired to the free market. He just needed for it to end.
Okay, Trent, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless. I'm glad we brought you. Will he or will he not be able to work in the major crimes unit?
He's kind of cool but very pretentious.
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work.
Oh yeah!
If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
And John said exactly what you said. True. Line detective is good for now.
For now? I misphrased my question. It should have been, is he able to put his clothes on and use the body? Or do we need to get him on a disability pension?
No, dude, I solved the damn murder case, which is more than you did.
They can keep that pension. You're rock solid. You can put your clothes on hard.
What now?
Now nothing. Now we're just going to stand here.
Just stand there.
Yeah. Just stand there. It's cool.
I should have put on the helmet.
No. Now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to a motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry?
This is not the most important thing for us to talk about right now. Hold on. In the ocean? Feign ignorance.
Yes, in the ocean, under the sea. Our work vehicle, with fishing clams and other sea shit.
God, I don't know. I don't know what it's doing there.
I do. You drove it into the water. Everyone on the street saw you do it. It's going to be a local landmark too, on the brochure. Thank you for fucking us, Harry. Thank you for destroying 45,000 real of police property that's coming out of my payslip. You know that, right? You're gonna get fired, and I'm gonna pay till I die. It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
I got my badge right here, you big idiot.
In a rush to demonstrate your badge, your eager fingers can't sustain a grip on the smooth plastic, and the badge slips out of your hand.
You know what? Catch it. How hard could it be? Could have gone better.
You juggle the badge for a second, unsuccessfully, and it lands on the ground, some 2 meters away. Ouch! You strained your elbow trying to catch that stupid thing. Damn it.
He found it. He found it, Jean. It's his badge.
See?
And your gun?
As if having your badge and gun are natural states, not achievements.
You're proficient in catching small objects. I guess? I don't remember when. Heart attack from trying to pick up your badge. I upgraded my gun to a rifle. Point it directly at him.
Upgraded it. I don't care about your weapon mania, Harry. I only care about your official sidearm, which you lost.
This is a Triangong 4.46. It was used to kill a man from nearly a kilometer away.
I don't care. Where is the gun the RCM gave you to kill people with? Where is that one?
I don't have that. I don't have my sidearm.
I knew it. I told you we didn't have it.
This isn't cause for celebration. It's bad.
Oh, I would say it's very bad.
Giant spatula.
You're trying
Yeah,
to
I don't
burn,
have that.
Harry. Please, put the stolen rifle away before you kill someone.
I'm not drunk, probably. So what? I've had a little to drink. No, you know what? Just lie. I'm not drunk. I haven't started drinking again. Kim, shut the fuck up. Don't say anything.
So you forgot to drink? I don't buy it. Why do you smell like a corpse then?
I see 0 martini glasses on your portrait.
He's
True.
wounded. It's been a long week, and he's handled an actual corpse.
Yeah, I've handled an actual corpse.
I don't believe you. You're drunk. You let a suspect escape, a certain Classier, because you were too drunk to assess a flight risk.
Who is this square?
We've read the report, Sari. Lieutenant Kitsuragis. We know.
Clausius, she was some kind of spy from the Occident, specially trained.
Ah, well, if she was specially trained, I'm not even gonna get into the other suspect, the one who shot herself.
I actually find
in
this
the
part of the
head.
game extremely irritating, where they're just going through and being like, here's all the stuff you didn't do.
Or the fact that you're ever Claire's little peony now, doing I don't know what for
Like,
him.
we know
That's
what
small-time stuff.
we did.
That's
We
nothing.
remember
That's
what
a
happened. I don't
humorous
think we need to
anecdote.
rehash all of it for like a little scoreboard at the end here.
Compared to the 8 people who were gunned down, the streets are literally red with blood, Harry. It was fucking mass murder.
He did everything he could. We did everything we could. The company hired and vetted mercenaries. Lieutenant Dubois got between them and the locals.
I just find it a little redundant, I
He
guess.
did so at considerable risk to his person. Remember, he was shot. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The
Noodle
loss of
says,
life
wait,
was
you
minimal
didn't get your
compared to
gun?
what
I
it could have
forgot.
been.
Giant Spatcher says, it's better when it's a game where you can romance the NPCs and the scoreboard is just your body count. I also solved the case. It's solved, all of it.
Detective, it's better if I do that.
Fine.
It's so much better if he does this.
Kim?
1,000,000 times better.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation. You've spent the week with him on this case. What is your take?
We have the murder weapon, we have a confession, we have a motive, we have the ballistics.
The case?
On Lieutenant Geoffrey Dubois.
Well, the drinking, the lost gun, also losing his badge.
You
That's
forgot
all.
it like a cool person.
And
Oh
he's been
yeah.
drinking on the job.
The man sighs deeply.
But
Then there's the superstardom. He likes to from
Kim!
time to time allude to being a superstar law official. At first I thought it was a joke, but now I'm not.
we
so sure.
trusted you.
He
Oh,
says disco about 20 times a day. It's worrying, especially considering his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a Mazovian socio-economist.
why is he
He
betraying
wants
me
to
so
liquidate
badly?
the
I
ruling
know.
class,
What the
which,
hell, Kim?
Again, for a police officer, is a little odd.
Ranguet says, I like this part a lot. My biggest criticism of Disco Elysium is you don't actually have much choice at all, and it always plays out the same for the most part. At this final part, really felt like it took notice of every choice you actually made and could play out in so many different ways. You shouldn't have saved him.
You should
Oh,
yell something.
that's not a good idea. And Ranguet says, also think Jean is a very funny
Yes,
character.
Let's let the
I
big
find him a
boys
little
talk.
irritating.
And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, something I was not present for. But despite all this, he is a great detective. One of the best I have seen, in fact.
See?
He can talk human beings into telling him anything, and he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has not once stopped working on the case. He is tireless, madly driven. Well, except that one time when he stopped to sing karaoke, which by the way was a valiant effort. He really sang his heart out.
Thank you, Kim.
Yeah, it was what it was.
Ah, even Jean liked it.
Other than that one time, he has tirelessly worked on the case, and he solved it. We have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator, locked on the island right now, awaiting transportation. He apprehended a straggler who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders over those years. Oh, and he also discovered a new species.
Kim, shut up.
New species.
Giant Spatula says, Kim, you can't put that in my performance review. They'll just ignore the positive feedback and use the negative to pip.
A
true.
colossal stick insect. It was on the island,
Kim?
camouflaged as the reeds. It unfolded from the reeds. I think we may be dealing with...
Oh, we have a
an
photo,
unknown
though.
phasma.
We're good.
He takes out the
Yeah,
photo
yeah.
of the
We're good,
phasmid
we're good, we're
and
good.
shows it to the officers across the yard. The wind blows, flapping the glossy rectangle in his hand. You hear gasps beneath the howling of the wind.
Oh, yeah.
As you can see, it's about 3 meters tall. In fact, we think it may be the largest land invertebrate ever discovered.
Boom, shakalaka, motherfucker.
Fucking hell is that? Is this somehow connected to the case?
Kind of?
The killer did not seem to be aware of the phasmid's presence. Exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia, he fell into a stupor after its appearance. He became near catatonic.
Yes, the phasmid may have contributed to his mental state in some way over the years. Boom, boom, boom!
Yes, but also
It may have contributed to his mental state in some way over the years.
So it is connected.
Yes. Yeah.
I must say, this is absolutely extraordinary. I don't even have words for it.
See?
Yes, it really does make it hard to fire the drunk.
Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot.
This is a very, very sad man who has just seen something that's made him forget his sadness. Now you make your case. Now is the time. Now or never.
The killer, Lilianovich Stross. We have a strong motive for him.
Lilianovich. A revolutionary matronym.
A revolutionary
The
matronym?
custom started in Grad, where they have patronyms. Krasovich, Lasovich, etc. The revolutionaries saw this as a chauvinist atavism, so they used matronyms, derived from the mother's name instead. This man's mother was Lilian. His Lilian's son, Lilianovich.
Okay.
The custom was overturned after the revolution failed, but not before it made it to Revachol.
So, it is what a soldier of the ICM would be called.
See?
Thank you, Trant. Thank you for that piece of cultural theory. You said you have a motive?
Noodle says Harry's entire career is just failing upwards because he's so drunk he forgot gravity exists.
I just thought
Oh,
it was
yeah.
noteworthy.
Thank you, Trent.
He wasn't quite sure about the straggler before he heard this detail. It must have convinced him.
He killed the mercenary in an act of jealousy.
Jealousy? I thought this Lilianovich was an old man. To have been hiding for 50
Sort of.
years. Like 70-something.
Rangoet says that's everyone's career in fairness.
a strange psychosexual fascination.
The failing
The result
upwards
of
bit.
spending
Oh,
all this
sure.
time
I mean, in my
solitude
case.
on the islands
Maybe
of
not the
Disney,
drunk bit.
and trauma too. He himself gave a political reason. In his mind, he had killed an enemy combatant. Also, we have ballistics from the gun, matching the bullet found in the dead mercenary's head, and 2 officers on the scene that Mr. Dross confessed to.
It's a clean win.
It's a clean win, thank you, Judith. Kim, spare her.
Oh, it's way more than that.
It's my masterpiece. They'll teach this one in cop school.
Masterpiece? Get over yourself, Harry. I can still smell the booze on the wind.
God damn it. It is bad. Even you can smell it. Chin up. Keep focusing on the positives here.
I also looked into the mystery of the doomed commercial area, which you probably don't care about.
I don't know what a doomed commercial area is.
Rue de Saint-Ghislain 10, a commercial area building where all the businesses go bankrupt. I looked into it.
Why? That's not what you were supposed to do here.
Just doing some extracurricular detecting.
There was a possible witness in there, and it was close to the crime scene. He was just chasing a lead and ended up advising a local shopkeeper. It was okay.
Of course. Call it community outreach, right?
Yes. Oh my god, we got Judith. So what do you say? Want to take this hot shit back? Point to myself?
I don't want to, but you discovered a new species and solved the murder. So I have to. Jude,
Honestly, anything that ends this trial is okay with me.
Giant Spatula says, it was okay. 3-star Yelp review for Harry's PI agency.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too valuable to let go.
See?
okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken into custody. Let's go.
Now you will finally get to know who you are.
If Harry wasn't drunk, he would already be captain. Wait, I have a few questions before we go, about who I am.
The man looks westward, impatiently, jingling his car keys in his pocket.
Here it comes. The Phasmid. I need to tell Lena about this ASAP.
Who is Lena?
A cryptozoologist. She lives in Jamrock. She told me about the Phasmid. Giant Spatula says, why am I like this? Inquiring minds want to know.
Well, good luck finding her once we get back.
She and her husband were conducting the search for the Phasmid. It's their discovery, in part. I'm sure we'll find them. They should know as soon as possible. It would do you good to deliver some positive news for a change.
Alright, why am I like this?
It's not a mystery. Some chick fucked you over. Also, you were drunk.
Okay.
You really went with it too. really maximized the damage.
Was her name Dora?
Yeah, Dora Engelund, I think.
Ah,
Not Dora Dubois.
so we weren't even married.
No one is married anymore. This is Revachol.
Okay. When was this?
God, I don't know. 6 years ago? She was way before my time.
Are you telling me you're only 6 years old, Jean?
6 years and you haven't gotten over it. What the hell is wrong with you?
Oh, okay. 6 years is not that much.
Yeah, you're not doing too good there. It's an old man thing, I think. 2
Regwitz
old
is actually
years
no, we
equals
weren't.
1 normal year.
Wow.
That and Dora Engelund really tore you a new one. A big one.
Oh, I guess, I mean, he didn't fall upwards because he was. He's actually denied going upwards. Noodle says, God, I really want to see what Harry was like at his prime when he wasn't drunken. Now I've heard enough.
So have I.
Same.
Bitterly dropped Dearest Dora and really
He's a
tore
dang
me a new
Columbo.
one. Twice a week, I think. It comes up.
The special consultant glances at his wristwatch.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi, what will you do now?
Well, first I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone has ever seen.
I believe you.
It will have to be good to cover all these. Then I will have a serious talk with my captain.
Rangwet says, Kim explains we purposely have not got a promotion. I do sort of remember that. What do you need to talk to your captain about? And don't say transferring to my precinct, because I am already talking to my captain about transferring to your precinct, and if we switch Kim, it's just gonna be a farce. And like, I just don't know. Why does he deny Moolah? And Pierogi Frenzy says, oh, I think you missed my favorite bit.
Detective, we just stopped a small-scale war.
Oh no!
Something is happening to Revachol.
Gift of the Magi, but with police officers.
I don't know what yet, but it's going
Also,
to
I
be
got
a
you this
hot spring
comb.
for the RCM. We need to get ready, infiltrate, investigate.
What do you want to do that at Station 41?
Talk to Captain Price? I'd rather not ruffle the feathers of 2 captains with my doom-mongering.
No, I mean investigate. Come work in Precinct 41.
Work with Price?
Pierogi Frenzy says, who
I'm
am I?
flattered,
Has the
but I
best
don't know
answer
if
and
I-
Kim reaction. Oh no!
Would fit in. And crazy enough.
Don't sell your
take the
hair,
stress.
Kim. It's so beautiful
He
on
doesn't
you.
know how to finish the sentence. This truly came as a surprise to him. Not a bad one, but he's at a loss.
Rangwet says, also it's implied he was never really in a good prime. Harry has always been emotionally fragile and implied to used to be quite violent. Giant Spatula says, I sold my gun to get you some handcuff polish. You sold your handcuffs to get me a new gun holster. Oh my god.
Flattered.
Ugh.
Your Lieutenant Kitsuragi. We would be flattered if you even considered.
I would have to tie things up in GRIH first. But, I mean, whatever is coming, Jamrock will be more central to it than the
They
House.
met on Copulate. Nice.
And we also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant. Piles that we need to get back to. Mountains, even.
Mounds, perhaps. Hills, if you will.
I do like the sound of that.
Hey, we got a chief for recruiting Kim. Tim? Ooh, recruiting Kim.
He's really considering it.
Who am I?
Who are you? You're a gym teacher, Harry.
You're a gym teacher, Harry. What?
Well, obviously you're not a gym teacher anymore, but
But before?
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coron. It's getting really cold outside. Should we maybe...
That does explain a lot.
Harry, it explains everything. The running around, the jumping, the bicep girth, your inexplicable facial hair.
The collection of fallen sportswear I've amassed?
Some of your more old-school wording choices. Your posture, even. The constant stretches.
Also, this guy. Just everything about this guy.
Rangwet says, how does Kim not see this hot mess and thinks he wants to join? Then again, they don't bully Kim like his station. True. Sometimes it's nice to be a big fish in a small bowl. I actually don't care about this. I see now.
I knew it. I knew no normal human being can run like that. He's an honest-to-God gym teacher.
You're a wizard, Harry. I'm ready.
Good.
fuck it, let's go. Trump brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
Did you find out about the Kim ball? I guess not.
Under the afternoon sky, the great district hums. A chessboard of wooden houses, 80,000 living souls, and chimney stacks. Fire traps as far as the eye can see. From Main Street to Precinct 41 to Boogie Street, forking into the snow-swept horizon. You close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. A lone woman sits by a factory window, dreaming of meteorite strikes. On Rue de Saint-Jérôme, a square bullet slides into a square-shaped chamber. In Old South, a man without eyelids smiles. Spring has come. It's time. Torsen? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidelstein? No. Vicmere? Yes. Dubois? Of course.
Of course.
Really? Nick Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's unstable. You say that like it's a bad thing. Captain Ptolemy Price gestures with a
Ptolemy?
ballpoint pen. It's dim in his office, and the curtains are drawn.
Ptolemy.
Harry's our man. He'll pull through. When he does, he'll side with the people. Understood. Gottlieb returns to the list. Minnow? Of course.
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?
The end. Ah. Pat on the shoulder for Kim. Some people shaking hands. I'm sure the catatonic man on the island is fine. And there we go, Disco Elysium. Oh. And then we never spoke about this game ever again. Clap, clap, clap. First there's one more karate sequence. Oh, hell yes. Oh, I thought we were gonna shake hands, but that works too. I have been wounded. That was a ride! It was! Oh, we got to do some good stuff. We sang karaoke. We met the big bug. I thought you were gonna hug! And there you go! There you go! Pretty good game. Pretty good. Very impressive game, too. Disco Elysium. Oh, man, oh, man. Judge the game. Judge it. Judge it. I would say, wait, can I do this while it's running? Oh. Let me just... Okay, I know a special password to make this quit early, since they're not letting me quit out. 44 hours? I guess so, yeah. Rangots, I think I picked up from the game you struggle with more dialogue heavy experience and are very focused on a singular focus in a plot. I don't think that's necessarily true. We played Gene Forge, certainly. I think this game was just too long to play for our channel. To play 2 hours a week of, basically. That is my take. But I did really like this game. I felt a little bit cheaped out by the fact that the killer was somebody we'd never met before. Noodle says, yeah, he's been playing it since January. But that's fine, I guess. Peglin. Well, we'll be back with some Peglin on Wednesday. I think is when we'll do some of that, and then we'll figure out from there what we're gonna do, just like we always do. Perfect, useful piece of information. No, overall, Disco Elysium, obviously a very good game. Maybe not perfect for this channel, but I am glad that I played it. And truthfully, I'm not really playing games these days off of stream. So in a way, I am glad that we did stream it. Anyway, Rangoat says it was fine with that because it was clear early on it wasn't really a murder mystery. It's more New Vegas than Sherlock. Noodle says Rainworld before 2025? Maybe we should go back to Rainworld. In any case, let us wrap this up. Soulfinder says, I played that through. I played that through. You and I will never play that. Rainworld before 2025? That's going to be even longer. We'll see. Cool game. If you watched any of this live, thank you so much for watching live. If you watched any of this on YouTube across our 44 or whatever hours, thank you so much for watching that way too. A lot of people actually sort of checked in on this on YouTube at least. Maybe you like it. If you do, come watch the channel for real sometime. Good, we did it. However you watch this, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, I will see you later.